Specialist at CIN for CINcompass. I'll be taking you through the webinars for this week. In today's webinar, we're going to go over bankruptcy fundamentals.
The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Some of the topics we're going to go over are due diligence. We'll go over the different products that we offer and how those products can help you save time with prepping your bankruptcy matter. We're also going to go over where to place that order in your matter and how to import that data into your matter. We'll then go over bankruptcy information and how to do data input for preparation of your petition. We'll also go over the forms, how you can preview, edit, and manage those forms, as well as preparing the filing. And we'll also go over the court notices and how this integration works. We're going to jump right into the CINcompass system from here. And we're already in our client's matter, okay? So to order due diligence products, you're going to come to the Due Diligence tab underneath your client's matter. You will need an account with us, and if you don't have an account, you can visit our website at CINlegal.com and contact their support to get your account activated. It doesn't take that long. Some of the products that we offer can be both used in your bankruptcy matters and your custom matters. The bankruptcy matters, you can order credit reports, credit counseling courses, asset appraisals, vehicle appraisals, tax transcripts, and additional credit monitoring features. With the custom matters, you're just limited to asset appraisals, vehicle appraisals, and tax transcripts. To complete your order, or to start your order, you'll create a new order. You'll want to make sure your client's information is filled in completely here. You'll select the products that you want to order. Once you select those, you'll follow the instructions given for each product that you ordered, and then an order summary will show in your client's matter here, showing you what you've ordered, what is complete, what is still pending, and you'll have an idea of how that works there. Okay. Debtors will receive an email from CIN that gives them access to sort of a client portal where they can have access to the products that you purchased for them. So next we're going to go straight into bankruptcy information. This tab is where you'll do your data entry for your entire case. Your Form B-22 is where you'll input wages. You have your means test calculator here. If the presumption of abuse arises, the number shown here will be red. If the presumption of abuse does not arise, then that number will be green, as it shows now. To add wages, you'll simply hit the plus button, type in employer information, and to add a specific paycheck, you'll come here, add a paycheck, put in the date of that paycheck, fill in any additional information that shows up on the paycheck, and hit OK, and save. So obviously you would put in more information, but for the purposes of the webinar, just want to give you an idea of what it will look like. Okay. Your voluntary petition tab gives you basic information as it pertains to your client's matter. You have your jurisdiction, division, the exemption that you need. You have a choice between the state that you're actually filing for and federal exemption. The debtor type, the nature of the debt, and the type of bankruptcy you're filing. You can go in between these different chapters without having to create a whole new matter. This is also where you'll enter your case number. You can also choose the attorney. If there's just one attorney, their name will filter here for you. Okay. Debtor's information is here. You can add aliases for your client. Prior or pending bankruptcies you can add here. The next tab is Exhibit D. This is where you can add your credit counseling courses for your client. If you've ordered one from us, the certificate will show here once it is completed. If you do not want that attached to the pages of the petition, make sure you deselect this so that it will attach it as a separate document. If your client has taken a credit counseling course other than what we have on file for them, so if they did it outside with a third party, you can still attach it by saying add manual certificate, attach certificate. It'll take you to your desktop and you can bring it in. And just save it. Okay. Your fee disclosure information is here. You can edit this information as you need to. Your asset schedules tab is here. This is where you will be able to input data for Schedule A, B, C, and the Chapter 7 Statement of Intention. Okay, so I want to give you sort of a little idea of how that works. So Schedule A is going to be a real property asset. That's here. So we're going to use our debtor's address, and we're going to put in some numbers here. Any exemptions will be on the second tab here, and you can choose those exemptions. And if you have any liens, you can add the lien. To add a lien, you'll simply hit the plus button. Normally, you would have a list of liens here that you've already, or a list of secured creditors here that you have already input into your client's matter. But since we have not inputted any creditors into our client's matter, none show here. But if we needed to add it immediately, we could hit this plus button, and it would create an area for us to add the liability. So we'll go ahead and do that. Now your Chapter 7 tab is going to be where you'll fill out the Statement of Intention. Okay? And we're just going to hit Save. So your V22, pick out the resident. We're going to hit Save. And we're going to choose this to assign the lien to the matter. Also show here what we plan to do with it. Then we come back to our exemptions. We'll fix that and hit Save. And now that shows there. So anytime you attach a lien, you'll see a sort of a lock, picture of a lock here, meaning that it has a lien on it. You can also add personal property, which is Schedule B. You have your list here. Just fill in the description. Add your exemption. And save it. And that one shows here. Then if you needed to add a vehicle, get the picture of the car. Choose your information for the car. Any additional info you can put here. Again, add any exemptions or any additional liens to it, and then you'll just hit save. So we've essentially touched on Schedule A, Schedule B, Schedule C, and our statement of intention. Okay? Your liabilities tab is here. If you've ordered a credit report from us, you'll be able to import that data. In order to do that, you'll come to this button here, which is our import, which will take you to our import screen. This is going to show you a list of all of the creditors that have shown up on the credit report that you've pulled, along with public records, prior bankruptcies, and aliases. You'll go through these three tabs to select the items that you want to import. Your liabilities tab, everything is going to be selected for importing unless you choose otherwise. So if you don't want something to be imported, you'll just highlight it and choose Do Not Import. You can also change the schedule types. So if something shows as secured but it should be unsecured, you can show that. You can change that. Once you've made all your changes and selected all of your additional information from these tabs, you'll hit Import. System's going to confirm your selection. And once you hit Continue, it will then send all of the information from the credit report to its exact area in the system. Okay? Your Executory Contracts tab is here. You can add that information. And let me go back to liability schedules. If you're manually adding a creditor, I didn't go over that, you'll just hit this plus button. You want to make sure that if you're typing in information on a client or a creditor, that you choose Add Adjust to Standard Contacts. This will ensure that the system will generate a master list for you. So when you go in to type in IRS's address or name, it will show in the list generated, or whatever list that you have. Okay. Schedule I and J are here. You can also add dependents while you're here. We've got our income from the B-22 showing. Schedule I tab. Schedule J. Okay. Your Statement of Affairs tab is here. To answer these questions, you can just have them highlighted and hit the plus button to open them up. Okay. And wherever we got those public records where we were searching for them, they will show up here. They will be listed here. And you can still manually add things here if you like. If you didn't pull anything from the credit report, you can do that still. Your Payment Advices tab is not going to be for everyone. This tab will be for if you are required to upload the pay stubs with the filing of your petition. If your district requires that, you will use this tab. If your district does not require that, do not worry about this tab. It is going to be there, but you will not have to worry about it. But for those of you who do need to use this, you can attach the pay stubs here. Then you'll want to add the local form, or what we call the cover sheet. So you'll do the plus button. It's going to generate the template here. Then at the bottom, you'll see the Payment Advices template. Wherever you see any phrases or words closed in brackets, just know the system is going to auto pre-fill that information for you. And all you'll be responsible for doing is, figuring out the information as it pertains to the motion that you're typing. So the body of the text. We're going to hit the Save button so we can save that as the form. It shows here. Now from here, we're going to go and move on to preparing the documents for filing. So to do that, you'll go to Manage Forms. The system has a Diagnostic tab that it will run for you. There's two places it will run the diagnostic. If you have an error, you will need to correct that error. The system will not let you move forward with trying to file the document until you've fixed that error. The warnings that you have here, these will not stop you from filing. They're just items that we would definitely want you to pay attention to, things that you may have missed. But even if it does show up as a warning and you know yourself it doesn't have to be fixed, then you don't have to fix it, even if there is a warning. Okay? So to access your petition pages, you're going to go to your Forms tab. Here you have the ability to select individual pages or all pages. You can add external forms by hitting the plus button and saying Upload New. Or if you've already added the document, you can select from the forms that you have here. You can replace pages of the petition as well, just by hitting the plus button and adding that form there. To view your document, you'll hit the preview button. You'll select the forms that you want to preview and hit the preview button. You do not have to have a draft watermark. You can say none. But once you preview the document, it's going to pull it up in a PDF form. So we're going to give that a chance to load up. We move on real quick. Supplemental and custom have a list of local forms that you all can use to file. Supplemental has just a few forms that you can use. You'll just select the form. It'll ask you a few questions, and then it'll generate that form for you. With your custom forms, you'll hit the plus button to choose from the list of forms we have. We have a lot. The forms that are going to be more specific to your district are probably going to be closer towards the bottom of the list. Okay? And again, you'll just choose that form, open it up, and then make any of the changes you need to make. Again, where you see the words in brackets, the system is going to auto pre-fill that information for you. You'll just be responsible for filling in the body of the motion. Okay? Your Documents tab access the same Documents tab in your Manage Matter area. So anywhere that you've added documents throughout the system, they will show here to make them available for filing. Okay? While you're in here, you can still add more documents if you need to. Let's view that document. So here, whatever your PDF viewer is, you'll be able to see the form. So you'll be able to print or save it from whatever viewer that you're using. Okay? So once we've figured out all the forms that we need for filing and we've gone through our different tabs and selected all of those, we're going to tell the system we want to prepare the filing. The system's going to run that second diagnostic for you. And again, those warnings will show, and so does this error. And as you can see, it is grayed out here, so we cannot actually file anything. So what we need to do is go back and fix this error. So we're going to go back up to our bankruptcy information, voluntary petition, make sure we've chosen an attorney, which we have, but then we want to save the information. You want to make sure that you are hitting the save button. Since this is a cloud-based system, you will have to save the data as you go along. One sort of rule of thumb that I tell people is For every 3 or 4 tabs that you work in, remember to hit the Save button once you've completed it. This will ensure that all of your information is being saved. So if we go back to our Manage Forms, select our forms again, and choose Prepare Filing, that error should now be gone. Okay? Now, if it's your first time filing with the system, you'll want to download the ECF tool. Once you've downloaded the ECF tool once, you will not have to do it again, but this will be here. We keep it here as a shortcut, so if you're on a computer that you have not used the ECF tool, you have easy access to download that feature. Okay? So from here, you'll just hit Prepare Filing. Once you do that, the system is then going to begin to generate the forms for you. Okay? So I'm going to hit Prepare Filing. And the system is then going to take me to the ECF tool. And one thing you want to notice here is once you get to the ECF tool, it will show your basic login along with the documents that you've selected from CINcompass as documents that you want to file. Okay? It will separate the documents for you based on what your district requires. So if your district wants you to separate the Statement of Social Security, Credit Counseling, and Chapter 7 Statement of Monthly Income, all those forms will be listed here, and they will all be separated, along with the debtor's text, the creditor's text, and the petition. Now, what you're going to see the system do here is do an automated upload, where the system will upload the documents for the user. I do want to point out that some districts are different with what they will allow the system to automatically upload for you. So in order for you to figure that information out, you'll want to contact your bankruptcy court and just ask them, when I hit the upload button on the ECF tool, what is it going to automatically file, and then what will I have to go back and manually file? Some districts will file all documents that show in the white box. Other districts will just file the documents required to obtain a case number, which is usually your petition, creditor's text, and the debtor's text. The good thing about allowing the system to automatically run is that CINcompass can grab the case number that is generated. Once that case number is generated, the system will put that into your client's matter. And the good thing about that is that's exactly when the notices from the court will start to filter into your client's matter. So once we come back to our client's matter, we should see a case number entered inside of their matter, which would be here. Okay? And once that is entered, the system can then begin to pull in the court notices or ECF emails that come in for this particular client, starting from the very first item that comes in. So the voluntary petition, which is usually the first item that's filed. Okay. You'll have access to these court notices and their attachments. You'll be able to view them free of charge as many times as you want. So if you open up the attachment and you want to save it right away, you'll also be able to do that. Okay? To get that set up, you'll want to focus on your setup wizard. Section 2, number 2, give you some basic instructions on how to get the court notice set up. Okay? So I do want to thank everyone for attending today's webinar. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. We are available, and we would love to hear from everyone. Have a great afternoon.